In the digital world, there's this invisible force. It moves way faster than trends and honestly creates more value than just about any other strategy out there. It's this quiet power that pretty much governs what we buy, who we follow, and what we really, really want. It shapes our decisions in a split second. And most of the time, we don't even realize it's happening. So, what is this crazy, powerful force? And look, it's not talent. It isn't just about being the most skilled or even having the best product. Those things help for sure. But we've all seen tons of talented people with amazing products who just go completely unnoticed. And nope, it's not just about getting lucky, being in the right place at the right time. This is something that you can actually engineer on purpose. And get this, it's not about having the biggest pile of cash to throw at a problem. The real currency of the internet, the thing that gets people to actually do something, is way more primal than that. Yup, it's scarcity. That deep gut feeling that there just isn't enough to go around. So today, we're going to break down exactly why this feeling has become the most valuable and, let's be honest, often invisible asset online. Okay, so let's dive right in. To really get a grip on its power, we've got to look at what's happening inside our own brains when we're suddenly faced with something that's in short supply. See, online, scarcity isn't like a physical thing. It's not a real lack of resources. It's all about a perceived lack. It's a psychological state that can literally be created out of thin air. And it works so well because it taps into a really deep human fear. It's just baked into our DNA to avoid losing things. This fear of missing out, FOMO, it's an incredibly powerful motivator. The second we think we might lose out on an opportunity, our brain just kicks into overdrive. Now, what's so fascinating here is how this maps out that little mental panic we all have. A creator says, hey, only 50 spots available, and boom, our FOMO alarm goes off. Instantly, our logical brain gets short-circuited, we stop thinking about the price or if now's the right time. The only thing that matters is getting in before it's gone. It's a total stampede. So now that we get this psychological trigger, let's look at how it's actually engineered online. Because unlike, say, real gold or diamonds, digital scarcity doesn't just happen by accident, it's built. And this just nails the core difference, doesn't it? Physical scarcity is tied to real-world limits. But digital scarcity, that's a choice. It's a creator deciding to limit access to their community, a business offering those last few slots, or an app that warns you only 3 items left. It's all manufactured by design. So here's the kicker. This engineered limitation creates an immediate feeling of value. An item with only 10 left in stock just feels more valuable than one with 10,000. And that feeling of value, it pushes us to act. And what's wild is that we don't usually see it as a cheap trick. We see it as a sign of quality. We actually respect the scarcity. This whole drive to get something we think is valuable, it leads us to an even deeper human desire, the need to belong. It's not just about owning the thing itself. This right here is a huge mental shift. The goal isn't just to own the cool new sneakers or the exclusive NFT. The real prize is the access that owning it gives you. Access to what, you ask? Well, it's access to status, access to insider knowledge, and maybe most important of all, access to a circle that not everyone can get into. It's that feeling of being one of the selected. This is exactly why private communities are exploding, why luxury brands thrive by keeping things out of stock, and why some crypto projects just take off. We all want to be on the inside. Okay, so this stuff is clearly powerful, which brings up a big question. How can you use it without being, manipulative? Let's look at how to harness scarcity in a way that actually adds real value. Look, the key to doing this right is authenticity. The limitation has to be real, and it has to serve a purpose beyond just creating hype. A limited product drop should be limited because you can only make so many. A private community should offer real, tangible value that justifies why it's exclusive. It's all about rewarding the people who are serious and ready to act, not tricking everyone else. And this quote really sums it all up. When you use scarcity the right way, it's not a trick to get more sales. It's a filter. It helps you find your most committed, passionate audience, and it makes your brand stronger by creating a better experience for the people who are truly invested. All right, let's bring this all home and talk about the final, most important reason why scarcity is king in the digital economy. In this constant battle for our attention, having a huge audience that doesn't really care is useless compared to a smaller group that's fired up. And scarcity? It creates one of the most powerful emotional chain reactions there is, turning passive followers into active believers. It's a simple domino effect. It all starts without one trigger. The feeling that something's limited, that the window of opportunity is closing, that creates this powerful sense of urgency. And that urgency does something absolutely critical in our world of endless options. It shoves us past hesitation. It forces a clean decision, yes or no, in or out, which, of course, is the final step. Those decisions made under the pressure of urgency are what lead to transactions, whether that transaction is with money, time, or your attention. Scarcity leads to urgency, leads to a decision, leads to a transaction. It's a straight line from a psychological trigger to a real-world outcome. And that, right there, is its unmatched power. So I'll leave you with this to think about. From those only 2 seats left on this flight pop-ups to the limited time offers flooding your inbox, now that you know the secret, you'll start seeing it. And once you see it, you'll realize this currency is being traded all around you all the time.